Alright, aka Patters, James Gunn has lost his mind. I'll explain. Here we go, aka Patters. Welcome back to the Champagne Room. Peter A DeLuca here, aka Pad69, and say it with me, known throughout Philadelphia, PA, and Europe, including the multiverse, as the Eclectic One. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we're growing again. We got some new subscribees. We got some new comments. Guys, I love it so much. Keep it coming. This channel, it's simmering. It's about to pop. Let me get some of that. So, let me just, a little bit of insight, just to kind of, look, I love comics, I love comic book movies, I just like movies in general, I'm like you. But, the struggle, my struggle, Carl Ove, I just picked this up at the used bookstore, and it's this book, it's one of 6, it's a 6-volume autobiography. And I'm not even that deep into it, and it's already mind-blowing. This is a material that connects with me, guys. But no, we're here talking James Gunn, talking Metamorpho. And I'm saying Metamorpho out loud a few times because, as you guys can see, we had some like news stories here. It's because previously I did this video and I called Metamorpho Elongated Man, and I had this wonderful nugget of a Guy Gardner rant. And I don't know what made me double check what I was saying earlier, but the whole day went by. So, and I was like, you know what? My opinion on James Gunn and Metamorpho, my opinion of James Gunn with Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Guy Gardner wedging the absolute D-class. Keep that in mind. It's the D-class DC in Superman Legacy. It absolutely makes no sense. And you know, look, I am on record. I love Suicide Squad. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Even here, where is it? Right here. Look, guys, right on my desk, I have a Milano, okay? I think James Gunn is a creative genius. I think the story of James Gunn is so spectacular, coming from trauma, getting involved with real budgeted movies, becoming a good writer, a good producer. Guys, the Belko Experiment, perfect ending, bright burn, never realized. It's so frustrating. But we're in a different category, we're in a different territory when you are writer, director, and co-CEO, and you're doing this, and then somehow the base that supports James Gunn is brainwashed to believe that he can do what he did with the Peacemaker and Guardians of the Galaxy over and over and over again. People, Vigilante from Peacemaker is now a joke character. Vigilante was one of DC's most underappreciated Vigilante street level characters with a 50-issue arc uncomparable to anything. The original Vigilantes, not the Cowboy one, but the original Marv Wolfman, George Perez created Vigilante is one of the all-time DC runs, period. But anyway, he made that character into a joke. And you guys are just willing to sacrifice, you James Gunners, you sacrifice so much for these like LOLs. Even Drax, like it's so heartbreaking that Drax has become like a dim-witted Emron, and for eternally now, for a generation, he can't be a character that had good puns. Drax is just completely ruined for like a generation of fans out there because they're just going to expect him to be dim-witted. It literally makes no sense. And guys, I get it. You know, the translation from paper to cinema isn't always perfect. The concessions have to be made. We have a lot of things in the kitchen, a lot of cooks. We have actors, agents, studio heads, production people, so on and so forth. And things change and evolve along the way. Now, some of this, and look, in my previous video, I was very, very clear. Metamorpho is a complete joke character. Growing up, Metamorpho maybe had like a 4-issue miniseries at one point that was really just even presented as almost like a kid's book. I don't even know who drew it. I had it, never even cracked it open, never even read it, just ended up with it. It's hilarious now that people are just pretty much saying this is great, this is awesome, I can't believe we're going to get Metamorpho on screen. People, as I'm talking to you, I'm showing you the Metamorpho Justice League Unlimited, like, you know, like the first time the character was on the screen. And it's amazing because, you know, when this came out too, I was working at a comic shop, and the Justice League Unlimited action figures, as they would drop, and there was even like a series of maquettes that were in very high demand, but the action figures in particular, there's 3-packs, as they would drop, we would have just legions of people on the wait list and coming in for them because they just wanted to complete everything. But and I'll tell you guys, there was no love, there was no fanfare for the first time Metamorpho appeared on screen. No one really gave a crap about the character. No one really gives a crap about the character now. I would say he's even below D-list. The character is a J-O-K-E, and if you think James Gunn deserves to put a jokey character in Superman Legacy and not make Superman Legacy a movie for other creations, other characters to be measured against, namely, Superman is the pinnacle. Superman is the very top of the pyramid. Other characters, their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, and their failures are measured against Superman. The Dark Knight is measured against Superman, and so is Wonder Woman, because Superman is all of us. He is our hopes and our dreams, and he is truth, justice, and the American way. We look up to him, and so do they. It's very similar. And it's a shame we never even got this in the MCU, but Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe is looked at in a very similar way. It's not so much Captain America. All of the heroes look up to Spider-Man because they kind of know he's down and out. They know he's in superhero terms, poor, but he never gives up and he always fights for the right thing. And it's important to have characters like that because it grounds everything underneath of them. And Guy Gardner, Guy Gardner is a character that popped over the Dark Knight, punching him in the face in Justice League, the great Kevin Maguire issue, and for some reason DC never let go of it. The fandom never let anyone move on from that moment. And DC, even to DC's credit, to the editorial credit, they took Guy Gardner, they made him Warrior, and they were like, we have to do something different with Guy Gardner because there really should only be one Green Lantern in Earth. Now, given we got John Stewart, but future, do Cosmic Odyssey, use John Stewart, and have Martian Manhunter be the moral compass when John Stewart destroys the planet. Okay, it's good, but there should really be, they should go back to that one Earth, one Green Lantern. Just the idea that we're going to get Guy Gardner before Hal, that's weird. Hawk Girl, no one ever in the history of history ever cared about Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific equal. And there's so many I want to say characters, period, better than anything I'm showing you guys on screen. And it's also partially hilarious that we're getting Blue Beetle in Superman Legacy, because that is, I think that's the final marketing move to get people excited for Blue Beetle, because he will be coming back, he will be used again, and stated in the next video, we're going to discuss why the Blue Beetle is not cool, why that's an LOL of its own. But guys, from the Champagne Room, from here, I think it's madness. It's not even the casting, it's the character selection. It's mind-boggling and you have to give The Rock credit because how The Rock built superheroes around Black Adam. He gave us Dr. Fate. We'd rather have Dr. Fate than Guy Gardner.